If you remember last time, we introduced our podcast topic and gave a quick intro into what we plan to talk about. This week, we're going to be discussing wearable military technology, which is surprisingly a really diverse field. The U.S. military is always seeking to enhance the performance and safety of its soldiers with these new technologies. Wearable military technology can protect the armed forces easily, and it can lead to quicker and safer conflicts. So guys, do you actually know anything about wearable military technology?
Never heard of it.
Really? No.
Yeah, honestly, most people don't really know a lot about it because the military, what they do is they keep their new technology hidden from the public until they're ready to deploy it and use it regularly. It's said that the military is usually at least 5 years ahead in their technological advancements, which is crazy. So there's things out there that they've been invented, but we don't even know about them yet and won't for a long time. Just to show that the public doesn't really know a lot about the technology, even after it's released, we're going to ask a few random people if they've heard of some of the things we're going to discuss today. Excuse me, what's your name?
My name is Matt.
What's your major?
Mathematics.
Okay, well, so I'm recording a podcast for my IST 110 classes. I have to ask you a quick question. Have you ever heard of the Talos military exoskeleton suit?
No, I have not.
Oh, hey, man, what's your name?
Luke.
What's your major?
I'm an aerospace engineer.
I just want to ask you a real quick question for my IST class.
Right.
Did you know that the military is currently developing a sort of invisibility cloak for their soldiers to use?
Invincibility cloak?
Invisibility cloak.
Oh. No idea.
So clearly you can see people that we talk to don't really know much about this technology yet. So on that note, we're going to delve into 3 technologies that have recently surfaced because they're now becoming developed, deployed, and they're becoming a reality, which is pretty cool. So one way the Army utilizes this technology is through the principle of augmented reality. Sam, you want to explain what that is?
Sure. Augmented reality is a live, direct or indirect view of a physical, real-world environment whose elements are augmented by computer-generated sensory input. The term was first coined in 1990 by Boeing employee Tim Caudell to describe a digital display used by aircraft electricians. Some examples of AR that you might already be familiar with are first down markers when watching football games on TV or apps such as Pokemon Go or the dog filter on Snapchat. The main difference that separates augmented reality from virtual reality is that AR overlaps computer-generated sensory info onto a live view of the real world, whereas virtual reality simply shows you an entirely computer-generated world. We will discuss examples of military AR later in this episode. So gang, what kind of stuff did we find?
Does invisibility cloak sound familiar to you? Well, if you've ever seen the Harry Potter movies, this is where the new device idea came from. The device is supposed to shield you by protecting your surroundings onto its surface. According to Daily Mail in 2016, this new Harry Potter-style invisibility cloak is being tested by the military as we speak. Even though camouflage has already been used to hide soldiers, the military is testing this new device to help make them disappear on the battlefield completely rather than simply blending in. Certain devices have already been tested and proven to hide soldiers from other harmful detecting devices. For example, during one of the field trials in the U.S., some soldiers used a high-tech camouflage sheeting, also known as a VATIC, that hid them from infrared and heat-seeking devices. Scientists have made great progress towards mimicking how a squid or an octopus blend in with their environment to avoid their predators. One side of the material contains thousands of tiny light-sensitive cells that can detect surrounding colors. Then electrical signals trigger the top of the layer to imitate those colors by using heat-sensitive dyes. The change in color roughly takes 2 to 3 seconds. Guy Kramer, the president and CEO of Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corporation, estimates that in about 5 years this new color-changing technology can also be used to help disguise military vehicles. The military would see a significant decrease in casualties with this device, and sneak attacks could be more easily executed.
Yeah, that's a really good example of augmented reality. I guess the way this invisibility cloak works is that it distorts what other people see as opposed to what is actually there. So armed forces will be able to easily hide from their enemy by blending in with the surroundings and making it seem as if no one are there. Okay, Jovi, can you tell us about the Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit, or as it's known for short, TALOS?
It is a liquid-based armor that is intended to protect military operators on missions. According to CNN, the idea was proposed by Naval Admiral William McRaven after he lost one of his men during a hostage rescue mission. The current lead of the development program, General Joseph Votto, asked himself why they couldn't do better in terms of protecting their men. Talos is a liquid-based armor that is designed to mimic an exoskeleton. The suit is battery-powered and solidifies itself when hit by a bullet. The armor comes with a great feature to improve visibility and communication as well. Experts do not know how much this gadget will cost, but the U.S. military is sure they have sufficient funds to help develop it. The finished product is scheduled to be released by August 2018. It is unbelievable what humans are now capable of developing. It's interesting because a suit like this will forever change how wars are fought and can alter the balance of power in the world. Depending on who has access to this technology, our lives can be altered in ways we cannot fathom. Technology this powerful is both positive and negative. While it keeps the armed forces safe, it can also cause soldiers to become nearly untouchable on the battlefield.
The Talos suit in particular is an excellent example of technological convergence. Convergence is the tendency that as technology changes, different technological systems sometimes evolve towards performing similar tasks. What this suit does is combine multiple technologies already in existence with new technology. So this suit combines communication systems, specifically an earpiece that fits in seamlessly with the rest of the suit. The earpiece allows for clear and uninterrupted conversation between the soldiers and their commanders. In addition, the creators also speculate that the suit will include a helmet-type device, which will give the wearer an advanced view of their battlefield. The suit combines these technologies and creates a streamlined design, which makes other military devices more obsolete. For example, handheld radios will probably become less useful as more military members begin to wear the Talos suit. Even technologies such as night vision goggles will become less popular on the market as the suit integrates many different features into its design.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I found something else that I thought was really important. In today's society, when traveling through airplanes and using skies as a means of getting from one place to another has become commonplace, there's been a growing concern over the safety of airplanes, especially during hazardous weather. For the military, fighter jets are being used to protect our airspace, and larger aircrafts are being used to transport cargo. Flying such high-speed airplanes requires pilots to be trained professionally so that they can combat bad weather and hazardous conditions. To make life easier, Elbit's Clear Vision Enhanced Vision System has been created in order to allow pilots to perform a full landing procedure without any natural lighting. According to the elbitsystems.com, this system allows pilots a clearer and brighter image of the runway, which allows for easier takeoff and landing in all weather conditions. This device also allows for a safer journey for pilots and the other individuals inside the airplane, and is being used for the military as they carry very sensitive information and equipment, making the safety of the plane a top priority. The vision system impacts society greatly, as it leads to greater safety in the sky when landing and departing. The vision system is also an example of augmented reality, as it provides a computer-generated image and adds computer sensory input. This technology has a chance to revolutionize the military and Air Force, giving pilots the ability to travel in hazardous conditions with a greater level of safety.
So today we talked about 3 military applications of wearable technology. First, the invisibility cloak, then the Talos exoskeleton, and finally the aircraft vision system. So these creations are advancing what a human being can physically do in combat, and they will forever change the way wars are fought. As mentioned before, the fact that these technologies actually exist is both a positive and a negative thing. While they are extremely helpful for whomever is using them, if these technologies get into the wrong hands, it would be nearly impossible to take away these devices from those people. It is important that all of this wearable technology is developed safely and under strict supervision so that it can be maintained safely and that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. So stay tuned for our next episode when we discuss virtual reality technology.